This is the daily roundup on the eArts Cambodia channel. A very good evening to you. I'm Andrew Barnes-Roberts. Making headlines tonight. Cambodia's second shipment of COVAX vaccines land in Phnom Penh from the US, with the Prime Minister thanking the US for being a friendly country. The kingdom gets ready for Sunday's rollout of child vaccinations in Phnom Penh, Kandal, Praia Sihanouk and Koh Kong. And if you've got a beautiful pool you don't mind renting out by the hour, guess what? There's a new app for that. Cambodia has received its second shipment of vaccines through the COVAX initiative. The single-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccines arrived on Friday morning. They were donated by the United States, which has pledged a total of over 1 million doses. Prime Minister Hun Sen has expressed his gratitude to the US for the vaccines, saying they will surely help in the fight against COVID-19 in the kingdom. EAC News reporter Reo Soko was at Phnom Penh International.
A gift from the American people to Cambodians. This is what the U.S. Embassy charge d'affaires, Mr. Ben Volawa, highlighted during the arrival of the country's first batch of Johnson & Johnson vaccines. He says the United States is privileged to be a member of the all-star COVAX team that includes national, international, and non-governmental bodies. With this contribution, he's emphasized that vaccines have provided a way for the United States to reaffirm its long-standing commitment to public health in Cambodia.
The United States has committed $4 billion to COVAX, making it the single largest contributor to the international response to COVID-19. In Cambodia, the United States has provided more than $11 million in COVID-19 assistance since the pandemic first broke out.
He added that since the outbreak, U.S. government health agencies have been working hand in hand with their Cambodian counterparts on surveillance, contact tracing, and research to help stem the spread of COVID-19. Prime Minister Hun Sen has expressed his deep appreciation for the Johnson & Johnson vaccines, describing the U.S. as a friendly country, along with China, Japan, and the United Kingdom, which have also committed to helping supply vaccines to the kingdom.
The second batch of Johnson & Johnson vaccines containing 600,000 doses will arrive in Cambodia on Monday. The United States, through its embassy in the kingdom, has stressed that the over 1 million doses of Johnson & Johnson vaccines are not an attempt to curry favor with Cambodia. Rather, it is only trying to help the Cambodian people in their fight against COVID-19. Rhea Soko, EAC News, Phnom Penh International Airport.
Cambodia will start rolling out vaccines for children between the ages of 12 and 17 on Sunday. Child vaccination centers will open first in Phnom Penh, Kandal, Praia Sihanouk and Koh Kong. The campaign will officially begin with an event at the Peace Palace on Sunday morning at 8, with the Prime Minister's grandchildren receiving their first dose. EAC News will broadcast that event live on our website, Facebook page, and on the eArts Cambodia YouTube channel, as well as our app. It will be Sinovac that will be used for child vaccinations. Cambodia will become the second country in the world after China to use Sinovac in children. And as EAC News reporter Reo Soko explains, Cambodian parents and children have nothing to worry about.
The influential medical journal The Lancet published a study recently showing that Sinovac was both safe and effective in children. Its study administered the vaccine to more than 500 healthy children in China between the ages of 3 and 17, 96% of whom developed COVID-19 antibodies, with practically no side effects other than a little pain around the injection site. The Lancet's findings mirrored those of Sinovac itself, whose own study led the Chinese government to approve vaccines for children between the ages of 3 and 17. In Cambodia, though, it's for 12 to 17-year-olds, and all part of the royal government's efforts to create herd immunity in the country as soon as possible and to reopen high schools. Parents are being asked to complete a consent form when they bring their children to be vaccinated. The Health Ministry says, just as with the adult population, child vaccinations are on a voluntary basis and are free of charge. Rhea Soko, EAC News.
Cambodia's two-week lockdown has begun. For the next 14 days, alcohol sales are banned, dining in at restaurants at any time of the day is prohibited, and a 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. curfew is in effect. All high-risk businesses are also closed, not just in Phnom Penh, but across the entire country. The measures will run through Thursday, the 12th of August. Municipal authorities also have the power to introduce lockdown zones, as was the case in Phnom Penh back in April. And the first of the latest zones have already been declared in Siem Reap. The first red zone of the two-week national campaign is the Kampong Kliang commune in Siem Reap's Sut Nikum district. Orange zones have been declared for the same district's Kien Sankai and Dan Run communes. In the town of Siem Reap itself, orange zones have been declared for Sangkat Slakram, Sangkat Svedangkum, Sangkat Kukchak, and Sangkat Salakamrik. More zones are expected to be declared in other parts of the country over the next couple of days. The national curfew starts Friday evening at 9 p.m. It's the provinces along the border with Thailand that are the main cause for concern, with over 100 cases of the Delta variant already having been identified in migrant workers. But Health Ministry spokesperson Dr. Or Van Dien says 5 of those provinces, Odar Manche, Kampong Tom, Battambang, Banteay Manche, and Preah Vihear, now have community cases of the Delta variant as well. Their borders have now been closed to all but emergency services and goods transportation. The next 14 days will be critical if Cambodia is to avoid a third wave of COVID-19 brought on by a variant that is almost 300% more transmissible than the original virus. Cambodia's daily COVID-19 deaths have climbed up again to 25, 14 higher than what was recorded on Thursday. They take the country's total death toll to 1,375. The daily case number has dropped, though, to 668. This includes 240 imported cases, mostly migrant workers. The Cambodia-Thailand borders have now been closed, though, as part of government's 14-day national lockdown. The 668 new cases take Cambodia's total tally to 76,585, but once again, the number of recoveries is outpacing that of new infections. 812 patients have been discharged overnight, meaning the number of successful treatments has now reached 69,198. Well, let's take a look now at news making headlines around the world this Friday, the 30th of July. The forest fires along Turkey's Mediterranean coast are spreading. Plumes of smoke filled the air in the coastal resort of Marmaris on Friday, coming perilously close to a residential area. Flames could be seen soaring into the sky near houses and hotels. The fire broke out in the popular tourist destination just as authorities were fighting a separate blaze along the coast, where at least 3 people have been killed. Rescue efforts are underway in the town of Bodrum. Hotels and villages in the area have all been evacuated. Firefighters and civilians are working together to try and bring the blaze under control, with helicopters flying overhead to help. The Turkish Minister of Agriculture says bringing the blazes under control might take time. An investigation is underway into their cause.
I'm very optimistic.
Former Roman Catholic Cardinal Theodore McCarrick has been charged with sexually assaulting a teenager at a wedding reception in Massachusetts back in 1974. McCarrick, who is now 91 years old, was defrocked in 2019 after a Vatican investigation found him guilty of sexual abuse. A report released by the Vatican in November 2020 found that he had risen through the church's ranks despite persistent rumors of sexual misconduct with teenage boys. He was even promoted in 2000 by Pope John Paul II. His attorney says that he's looking forward to addressing the case in court. It's the first time that a US cardinal has been criminally charged with a sexual crime against a minor. And evidence of climate change continues to be seen around the world. It might be winter in Brazil, but it's been over 60 years since snow was seen in the southern part of the country. Cars, streets, and highways are covered with snow after heavy snowfalls on Wednesday night. Excited families and tourists have used the opportunity to play in the snow, building snowmen and taking pictures. At least 30 cities in the state of Rio do Sul experienced snowfall brought on by a polar vortex. Day 8 of the Tokyo 2020 Games. All the details with Alessio Mizzoni after the break. EAC News fully supports the Royal Government of Cambodia's preventative and administrative measures against COVID-19. But we need you to play your part in helping bring the 20 February community transmission event to an end. Wash your hands regularly, sanitize wherever possible. Keep an eye on your body temperature. Use the Stop COVID QR code and maintain a safe social distance. But above all, please, 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 wear a mask. Only together can we beat COVID-19. eArts Cambodia's audience is growing. Our YouTube channel now has 150,000 verified subscribers. To mark the milestone, we've received the Silver Creator Award from YouTube, given to channels with over 100,000 subscribers. YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki says the award celebrates eArts Cambodia's hard work and incredible achievement. She says not only has eArts Cambodia brought a unique voice and style to the world, but has also created valuable connections and built a community along the way. The next milestone we're going for is 1 million subscribers, and we'd really like that Gold Creator Award. So if you're not already a subscriber, head to www.youtube.com/eArtsCambodia. Subscribers get all the latest breaking news and updates from Cambodia in English. We'll see you there. If it's happening and you need to know about it, you'll get it all right here. EAC News brings you updates and breaking news in English across all of eArts Cambodia's platforms and channels. YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, and our website, www.eartscambodia.com. Join me, Andrew Barnes-Roberts, and the rest of the EAC News team every day on your favorite channels. EAC News, Cambodia made clear.
Welcome back to the Daily Roundup. The Tokyo Olympics are closing out their first week, and Cambodia's Olympians are gearing up for action. Hempuk competes in the men's 50-meter freestyle and will be followed shortly after by Kum Bompich Morakat in the same discipline in the women's category. The 50-meter freestyle competition is being held at the Tokyo Aquatic Center. It's divided into 3 rounds: heats, semifinals, and finals. The top 16 swimmers from the heats will advance to the semis. From there, the top 8 finishers will advance to the final. Both Cambodian athletes are young, with Bompich Morakat being only 14. They are representing the kingdom in Tokyo along with Sokong, who is running in 100-meter sprint tomorrow. Chef de mission Vach Amran says that no one is expecting medals for Cambodia, but athletes should beat their personal best and hopefully set new national records. Swimming has helped China reclaim the top spot on the medals table again, bringing home 2 gold medals to go top with 15 golds and 32 medals in total. Host nation Japan follows in second position, also with 15 golds. The US completes the medals table podium. If you're looking for the ultimate high adrenaline experience, look no further than the province of Hunan in China. Straddled between 2 cliffs, a 430 glass bottom suspension bridge offers the world's highest bungee jump. The Zhangjiajia Grand Canyon Glass Bridge, which opened in 2016, stretches over a valley in the beautiful Zhangjiajia Park, said to have inspired the scenery for the sci-fi movie Avatar. Visitors can take a leap from a height of 260 meters, a stomach-stirring plunge that takes in views of the surrounding UNESCO World Heritage Site. The bungee jumping operation recently reopened with COVID restriction easing in Hunan. Operator Johnny Dickers says business has been building slowly back as domestic tourists begin to return to the region after a drop in international tourism. He says they are probably average 20 jumps a day. But jumps this high and the bragging rights don't come cheap. If you're looking to buy a ticket, even with the current discount, it will still cost you around $300. Up next, stay with us for tomorrow's weather.
And finally, we all like a pool day, lounging around a tropical pool while sipping exotic cocktails, and that's usually at a hotel. But there's now a new app allowing you to find private pools that are available for use. They're calling it the Airbnb of private swimming pools. Swimply lets owners of private pools connect with people who are prepared to pay for the privilege of hiring them for the day or by the hour. Just a 15-minute drive from Midtown Manhattan is one private swimming pool that's already listed on the app. Its owner, Carmen Sanchez, charges a pretty steep $75 an hour and has been earning close to $8,000 a month this summer. The app charges her a 15% commission and users a 10% fee. With the pandemic having closed some great hotels in Phnom Penh, maybe you should think about putting up your pool on Swimply, although probably not for $75 an hour. Thank you for watching the Daily Roundup here on the eArts Cambodia channel. You'll get more breaking news and updates from our website. Head to www.e-artscambodia.com. You could also subscribe to our Telegram channel. Look for EAC News. More from the EAC News team tomorrow night at 8 in the weekly Roundup. I'll see you then.